The Toronto Maple Leafs have re-signed Mitch Marner to an $8 by $12 million contract and then traded him straight to the Vegas Golden Knights for Nicolas Roy. Now, you've probably all heard the rumors circulating, everything involving Mitch Marner. Will he stay? Won't he stay? He wants out. He wants in. Like all that sort of stuff. And then you've obviously heard the Toronto Maple Leafs going to sue the Vegas Golden Knights if they sign Mitch Marner in free agency for tampering. Well, that's all sort of been put to bed now, as Vegas have been forced into trading a player for Mitch Marner. But at the same time, it also gets an additional year on Mitch Marner's contract, making it an 8-year contract. It's been fueled with just some crazy rumors and some big accusations. This whole Mitch Marner situation, it is absolutely wild to me. And the way it's ended, Vegas end up signing him, especially for $12 million, where the big talks about Mitch Marner was there was 13.5, 14 million splashed around for a while. Was he going to sign a 2-year contract for 12 million? Was he going to sign a 4-year contract for 14 million? Like a lot of things have been said, but it's all done and dusted. However, for me, it's got a bit of a sour sort of taste in my mouth from it, because I don't like the way this has happened. Toronto having to threaten Vegas that they will go after them for tampering if they sign him, forcing Vegas into a trade with Toronto. Now, I don't think the trade ultimately hurts them too much. If Vegas wanted to sign Mitch Marner, they obviously needed to free up the cap space, so getting rid of Nicolas Roy helps them do that. So Vegas don't ultimately lose a lot. Toronto at least gets something for Mitch to make them feel a little better, and they get that obviously additional year. So yeah, it's just a bit crazy for me. I don't like the whole. I mean, if Vegas were tampering, then I feel like they deserve to get caught for that, and they deserve to get some sort of punishment for that. But also, I don't like seeing a team come out and then basically blackmailing a team into a trade. It seems really odd. So if those if any of that is true around that, then obviously that sort of sours this trade a little bit. But ultimately, the main things from it is Vegas Golden Knights get Mitch Marner, who's coming off of his first 100-point season, 102 points in 81 games. We all know the story about Mitch Marner. We all know how good of a regular season player he is. We all know he can put up points in the playoffs, but he does have that sort of question mark around, turning up in the big games when it matters. So Vegas are a big team and a big playoff team, and obviously won the cup a few years ago. They'll be looking to do that again. I with this move, I can't see them regressing too far down the standings. I think they'll be a cup contender again this season. It's just going to be a big question on Mitch Marner, whether or not now he's at a new team. The pressures that the Toronto Leaf, management and fans can sort of put on you. Does that go away and sort of allow him to be a playoff performer, or will the fans and management be proven right and Mitch Marner just disappears in playoffs in the big moments when it matters? So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see that. The other part of this trade, Nicolas Roy, obviously just a small centerpiece for the Toronto Maple Leafs, middle six. He'll be serviceable. 31 points in 71 games last season for Vegas. Definitely a good player for them. Probably helps fill some of that center depth that they need, the Leafs. So yeah, look, for Toronto Maple Leafs, getting 2 seasons of Nicolas Roy, I think will be good for them. Helps address some situations that they need, and at least they get something for what was basically a franchise player leaving for next to nothing at one point. So yeah, I mean, let us know what you think in the comments. This trade to me is just wild. I'm glad it's finally over, to be honest. With what people were saying, it was going to kick on to like the 14th of July because they were going to go back and forth. Like, it was doing my head in a little bit, hearing up and downs and what was going to happen. So to have this done even before July 1st starts, that's monstrous, I think. And yeah, we sort of hopefully don't have to hear about it too much more. But yeah, let us know what you think in the comments, guys. As always, like, subscribe, share the video. We appreciate your support. Until next time, guys, take care. See you then.